What's up? I have to have a moment for the fact that I feel like the Facebook does what the Facebook wants to do. But welcome to Growth Groove with Dr. Ericka. We made it to another Tuesday because Tuesdays are Growth Groove night. I always look forward to Tuesdays because it is my quality time with you. Now, I'm not sure if you hear me well. Let's double check here. I feel like let's double check this audio real quick to make sure that we are doing what we're supposed to be doing. And apparently, guess what? We weren't. So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. We made it to Tuesday. So we made it through Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So we are on a roll. So if you don't know me, I am your host, Dr. Ericka, Harvard-trained double board certified psychiatrist and integrative lifestyle coach. I'm extremely passionate about helping you be better, do better, and live better. I do that through my adult telepsychiatry practice, my books, including Fix Your Fairy Tale, A Woman's Guide to a Great Life, Love, and Legacy, my speaking, and my podcast, Better with Dr. Ericka. I do all of that to help busy people like you that show up for work, you show up for home, you show up for your family, you show up for your friends, but often you don't show up for yourselves. And also you might look around and feel like people aren't really showing up for you. I do all of this to put you back in your life so that you're the center of your life. Because one of the things that we've seen happen so much, especially over the tumultuous couple of years we've had, is that it seems like everything else gets a front seat. So you might be wondering, what are we talking about tonight? So tonight we're talking about 3 reasons summer is a great time to assess your life. Now, I realize we probably haven't hit the official first day of summer yet, but we're getting there. We're getting closer. So one of the reasons I wanted to talk about this is I'll be transparent. I'm in a space, my therapist and I are calling this month my month of me, of really just slowing down to really start focusing and taking care of myself and doing all those things I tell you to do that I sometimes don't do. And it made me think about what could add value, because we've had so many things going on. And sometimes the best way to add value is let people know what's a good way to just kind of keep an eye out for yourself, especially with self-awareness, and to be intentional, because it's so easy to get caught up with literally surviving, moving from A to B to C to D, that we may not always have those pauses necessary to kind of think about where are we right now. So today, as we're talking about these times to assess, and probably really more accurate to reassess, is the thing about these strategies, or why it's important, are these are times to pause and kind of look at all of the things going on with your life, your relationships, your body, your health, your emotions, your relationships. And one of the reasons I like summer is sometimes it's nice to look at your life like a business. The business of your life is to have a great life, to take care of yourself, have a long life, and have some joy along the way and make a difference in the world. And a lot of times you'll notice in businesses, you'll look at things monthly and quarterly. So when we look at summer is really about right after second quarter. So to me, looking at your life like a business is when you get to summer, there are some reasons why summer is a great time to take that pause while you're also getting some rest, to just look at what's going on, what you want to do next, and how things have been going. So are you ready to go ahead and get started? So the first thing is, if you know someone that needs this, please share. The other option is, if you know someone that needs this, you can tag them. If you're watching it later, don't even worry about it. We can always catch hashtag replay. Just stick that in the comments. All right. So we're going to get started. So number one, half the year is over. So summertime, half the year is over. So you actually have some data to work with, because you have at least 6 months of data of how you're doing, how your goals are trending. Are you meeting your goals? Are you not meeting your goals? Are you realizing that what your goals were, where your values are, what your priorities are, aren't aligned, so that some of the goals you had before aren't actually your priorities? How's your health? How's your weight? How's your energy level? How are you feeling emotionally? How is the quality and quantity of your relationships? So you have half the year over. So you actually have some data to work with to know, am I on track? Am I not quite on track? The next thing is, half of the year is over, but half of the year is left. So the great thing is, this isn't a last minute dash run to the finish. Half the year is over. We're in June. So we're 6 months down, but we have 6 months. So you got 6 months to make change, to grow, to shift courses, to rearrange priorities, to put things into action and be intentional about getting yourself to where you actually want to be. And as we talked about, the great thing about this works for everything about reassessing your health, your habits, your lifestyle, your relationships, all kinds of things, your professional pursuits, your personal pursuits. You can do this with anything. But the great thing is you still have 6 months. So it's not a situation where if you aren't quite at your goals or you realize, hey, what I was doing wasn't working to get me to where I want to be, or I don't feel the way I want to feel. You have 6 months to still in this calendar year make change. Number 3 is the great thing about when we make it to summer is one of the things we talk a lot about, or people will say they have the winter blues, or they just feel more sluggish or tired in winter, or some places where it rains a lot and they don't have as much sun. So by the time we get to summertime, you're getting refreshed. The sun is out. You're not dealing with that drag from it just being cold and dark. Also, you'll have that increased sunlight and fresh air. And historically, summer is a time where people may get some vacation or some time off. So, one of the reasons summer is a great time to do this is you're in a better place to be a little bit more energized than you may necessarily be in winter. Now, who doesn't want a bonus? The bonus is that part of the reason it's great to have these moments to think about when are good times to do this is because you need to pause enough to plan with intention. So the great thing about summer is a lot of times it just naturally has an ebb and flow where you can pause a little bit. Now, I'm not saying don't get any rest. Don't have those lazy summer days where you rest and you just enjoy just doing nothing. I'm just saying that in the middle of this pause, take some time to plan because you have to assess, so the reassessment and the self-awareness, but you have to plan and be intentional. And summertime, a lot of times you may get that space where you have a little bit of time combined with the energy to actually have that moment, to have the self-awareness, and then to put together a plan and be intentional about doing it. So that's what we got for you. We're going to do a quick rundown and get you out of here. So if you joined late, welcome. Still happy to have you. Thanks for tuning in. You're always welcome to go back to the beginning and watch from the beginning. But also, if you know someone that needs a share, if you know someone that needs it, you can tag. And as we say, sharing is caring. The last thing is if you're watching it later, you can put hashtag replay in the comments and I'll know you were here. So we're going to do a quick rundown of those 3 reasons that summer is a great time to assess or reassess your life. The first one is half the year is over, 6 months at least are down. You've got data. You've got data from this period of time of seeing how things worked, how it didn't, where your priorities versus what you thought your priorities were. Second part is we got the data from the first 6 months. You still got 6 months. You got half the year left. So you have time to make change, to shift, as they say, to pivot. But you have time to reassess and decide what will get you to where you want to be. And where do you want to be? Because where you may want to be right now may be different than what you thought you were going to want at the beginning of the year. So this is a great time because you still have time less for change or new plans, new intentions, new actions. There's time to get results. Number 3 is that you have more energy due to the increased sunlight and fresh air. The winter blues have slid away, hopefully. You're not dealing with all this lack of sunlight, all the crazy time changes, all the rain, all the cold. So you can be energized by the fact that you might actually get some sunlight and vitamin D to give you the energy to actually do this. The bonus is the great thing about summer is a lot of times people have some time off or things just slow down just a little bit so that you can have that time to pause enough to be self-reflective and self-aware to then put together a plan and have intention. So that's what I got for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in, hanging out with me. I know Tuesdays are really important for me. They are my growth group with Dr. Ericka nights. They're my 7 p.m. every Tuesday. I'm here to spend time with you. It's also podcast release day, but I had to take a few weeks off to do some of that self-care I keep telling you about. I was tired. So I needed a refuel because I didn't want to come to you tired. I wanted to come to you with a full amount of energy, which I now have again. So we'll be back with new episodes starting on Tuesday. So I can't wait to see you. But in the meantime, you can always catch my podcast Better with Dr. Ericka on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Audible, iHeartRadio, Spotify, all those places, or go to betterthepodcast.com. Scrolling below, you can listen to old episodes, and then we'll have new ones dropping on Tuesday. And if you like it, please subscribe or follow. Last thing is, if you're feeling stressed and overwhelmed and feel like getting a mental health evaluation could be good for you, you're always welcome to go to askdrgoodwin.com and see if you think I'll be a good fit for a 15-minute consultation. I'm not licensed in every state, but I'm licensed in quite a few states. So you can always drop on by if you feel like that may be something that can benefit you. That's all I got for you today. Happy Tuesday. I look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks again. I am Dr. Ericka, Harvard trained, double board certified psychiatrist. I am passionate about helping people be better, do better, and live better. Do that through my podcast, Better with Dr. Ericka, my books, my speaking, and my telepsychiatry practice. I do all of this to keep and to help busy people like you to put you back in your life. So that's what I got for you. I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a great night.